Speckled wood. There is, however you set light to it, in the county town name of Lewis, whether you correctly pronounce it Lewis, or read it to rhyme with Hughes, the sound of wet logs and the fungus that speckles wood on fire. A notice by the town hall door tells you that the cellar remains where 10 of the 17 that burned a few yards away listened in chains to the kindling before they rose to intercede for those like me. And higher, the words on the wall take you up as smoke to a simple obelisk in grey, raised on Cliff Hill over the town by public subscription a century ago. Just in time, and 350 years too late, beside the beautifully laundered golf course above Lewis. It is swallowed now by sycamores and the garden warblings of birdsong, which decorate with Naples yellow the fungus spots from the woodpile, the orange jellies of the end grain, the foliate fruitwood blemishes upon the apple and pear logs, the black blisters upon the hazel, and the colours at the dissolution of birch. The speckled wood of the butterfly returns, that flew in Lewis before pale chrome yellow and the castle, before newborn martyrs in their cradles and musty moulds, before Mary, before fire, before the butterfly, and before Lewis had a name. By the time it was built, the conflagration that used up Shakespeare as fuel was ash, as grey as the obelisk were the names in granite of those who burned, and the Mayfields from whence they came, are now, befriended by a speckled wood as I look, about to fade away. Decided upon by a committee neutered by its own regard. In loving memory, the only words left were not enough, unless it was indeed all that was left to be chiselled above in that place. So they appended a text below about the blood of the Lamb, and one by one each letter taken from the fire was put out upon the stone. The mason 4 times made room for another Thomas, and once for a Thomasina, and as he, or she, cut serifs into each of the Junes that they died and the days, Marjorie Morris of Heathfield was welded with brackets to James her son, and the sparks from Woodmancote, Buxted and Warbleton fell upon the loving memory and the Sussex tinder of all their homes. It is not much of an obelisk, being simple and dull and grey, but it does list the 17 names in lines beyond the verse. I missed it first with Jane on our walk until I looked behind. She didn't care to walk back that far, but I did, out of curiosity, and as lovely as the fairway, I left her there for the speckled wood. She didn't know it, but I was burned out writing. I was happy just to walk away and return to her. But I'm sure that because she knows me now, as I made my way to that concrete-coloured flame, as she watched me go and she looked at my back, she knew I was on my way to the stake. Paths made in the long grass by those enough like me to make a path, met where, within living memory now, a speckled wood caught fire with its name. And before I looked up, with my love on the golf course behind me, I was blazing again above Lewis, but ash again, with the fluttering by of the flame.